Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Positive Street Talk with Rick Moe. The guy sitting next to me needs no introduction, okay? Needs no introduction at all. But this is Mr. Joe N. Little, the third.
Yes.
The third of the Rude Boys and a personal friend of mine.
Yes.
Okay? So check this out. Joe Little is a Grammy and Billboard award-winning singer, songwriter, best known as the lead vocalist of the 1990s R&B group Rude Boys and their hit "Written All Over Your Face." A native of East Cleveland, Ohio, Joe is also an author, nationwide motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. He co-founded Urbane Joe Coffee, imports coffee globally, and co-wrote the children's book Joy Wants to Sing. Man, you've been busy.
Yes, sir.
Inspired by his own journey, Joe gives back as a job readiness facilitator and life skills coach with organizations like Catholic Charities, Salvation Army, Harbor Lights, and Fatherhood Initiative. Man, you've done so much since the 90s, man. But tell me, I'm just gonna get started.
Come on,
Okay?
man. Come on with it,
I'm
bro.
just gonna get started,
Come on with
man. I'll tell you what. Tell me a little bit about you. Tell me how all this started, man. What did all this start at, Joe?
Man, it started, Rick, when I was 4 years old, when I discovered, I felt something inside a spark, and I could really vividly remember when I was 4 years old that I love music. I love singing. And as the years started going by, each year I got more connected to singing and music. And so I sang. I sang at church. I sang at school. I sang at home. I sang outside to the kids.
Yeah.
Used to line them up, sit them down, do a show for them whenever I went out, because I never hardly played outside. I would be at the record player, listening to all the greats and people that some people that people don't know.
Right.
My mother and father, their record collection was extensive. So I just, I was a student of the game, man. And,
yeah.
Music was me and I was music and I loved it. Other than that, I boxed, but music was my thing, man. And it started when I was 4, and it was a spark I felt inside that has never left me till this day.
So when did you first step on the stage and perform?
My first time singing was at church, at Temple Baptist Church, where the pastor was A.a. Campbell, 7500 Cedar Avenue.
I know.
I know you know
Temple.
that area back in the day. Yes, sir. Yeah. And my first solo I got singing with the choir called the Baby Ward Choir. And I had this song called I Love the Lord that John Campbell, which was Reverend Campbell's brother, gave me. Took it home, practiced it with my mom. And my first time singing was that song, and the whole church blew up. Wow. They shouted and was going crazy. So from that, I'm looking like, wow, like this is it. So it was my first time singing, but it was very explosive, man.
Okay, so how long did you sing in church? First of all, how old were you when you did that?
Probably like about maybe 8 or 9, 8 or 9 years old. I sang, and it was amazing. So after that, my next time singing, like show-wise, was in junior high school at Kirk Junior High School in East Cleveland. And I was in the 7th grade, and a friend of mine, Alex Weingarten, which is Ray Patton's son.
I know Ray,
Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
We sung,
my buddy.
We sung Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I hated that song, man. But it was my chance to sing in front of the kids, so I took it into my own and did my thing.
Yeah.
And me and Alex, we had a good time. So that was this. Other than that, I was in the choir, and just continued to sing at church for a little bit more, and then sung at school when I went to Shaw High School. Sung in the choir, did my thing there, and that was it, man. I just started singing.
How was the crossover from singing gospel to R&B? I mean, you always sang R&B anyway.
Yeah, I listened to gospel just as much as I listened to R&B.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't really no big transfer. It was
Yeah.
just music to me
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
songs, except I knew that gospel just was supposed to be for God and you singing for the Lord's
Right.
praises. And so
Right.
I understood the sacredness
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the R&B, I I love just as much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know a lot of the artists, Sam Cooke, for instance,
Start
sang
off with the
with
Soul
gospel groups.
Stirrers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Man, Sam Cooke was cold
The
blooded,
bad
man.
boy,
I got all his stuff right now,
man, Sam
man.
Cooke definitely was somebody I studied coming up, but he brung the gospel quartet, the gospel to R&B.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
helped transcend R&B into where, hey, you sing gospel, you can sing R&B. You had
Right.
people like
Right.
Solomon Burke
Mm-hmm.
back in the
Exactly.
day that
Mm-hmm.
sung gospel. People like DJ Rogers, who was Uncle Charlie Wilson's mentor,
Mm-hmm.
and you had a lot of guys transferred over to gospel. A lot of singers
Yeah.
did,
Yeah, I know it. I
yeah,
know it. I
especially
know
like
it.
in the '60s. A lot of guys were
Right.
singing in church, and the doo wops they came over to the doo wop, and
Right.
so
Right.
gospel has always been a part of R&B. R&B is gospel, and gospel is
So
R&B.
you didn't just learn how to sing, you took your time and you learned the history
Oh
of
yeah,
R&B and gospel and about crossing over and all of
yeah,
that stuff. You
yeah.
took your
I
time.
was a student of the game, man. Period. Just as a
Mm-hmm.
child, but by me playing albums, my mother taught me how to play albums
Right.
and records, 45s and LP records
You sound like
on the
me.
record player
Yeah.
and the 8-track tape,
Right.
different stuff. She taught me how to do that. So by her and my dad's record collection being so extensive, I was put in front of a lot, man. It was a
Mm-hmm.
lot from R&B to gospel to soul music to some great
Some
jazz,
jazz. Yeah.
great white singers
Yeah.
to Richard
Yeah.
Pryor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Richard Pryor,
Yeah.
which I was
Yeah.
used to sneak and listen to his
Yeah.
albums. He
Yeah.
wasn't music, but
Yeah. I
when they
know.
was away, I was
Hey.
man, Richard Pryor ain't had no business listening to it. But it happened to be in the collection.
Yeah.
So she never told me, hey, don't listen to that. But
Yeah,
I
it was
did.
sitting there because you
Sitting
would go
there.
through it. You would go
Sitting
through
there.
the
So from
collection.
there, Richard Pryor became my favorite comedian, because he was the only comedian I knew that was black.
So how was the group Rude Boys? How did you guys form that group? How was it formed? How did you get chose to be and sing in the group? And how did everybody come together?
So we started off as a gospel group called
Okay.
Power. So Buddy Banks and I met each other. The other guy that was the lead singer, rest in peace.
Yeah, I know
That was
Buddy.
Buddy Lee
I know
Banks.
Buddy. Yeah.
We met at church. He came and sung at Temple, was a special guest. And when I heard him sing, I was just like, wow. He probably was the coldest person that I ever heard sing in person, other than another gospel guy named James Moore, who had came to our church to sing whatever. But this dude was just from Cleveland. He wasn't a gospel star. And I was amazed by his voice. So after he finished singing, I blew down on him like, hey man, I want to sing with you. And so we got to know each other and we hung out. I used to actually cut school to hang with him because he was grown. He was older already out of school.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with him, and we started a gospel group called Power, which was comprised of Buddy, my best friend Mark Jenkins, who has passed away.
Yeah, I knew Mark also.
Eric Davis, and myself, and we was Power, and we would sing at different churches. And our first big break, I know you're gonna love this one, Sonny Jones. He had it was a place that he converted into a gospel nightclub right next to the barbecue place in Mountains Pleasant.
I know that place.
Right. So it used to be a bar, but he turned it into a gospel place where gospel singers was coming in.
Right next door to Mount Pleasant Barbecue,
right
128th and Kinsman.
So you know who Sonny Jones is, right? He was an old school dude from the street. But his daughter name is PJ Jones, who works with the radio station. And so with that being said, right. So he gave us a shot. We sung there. And then, after a while, Buddy came to me. He's like, man, we need to go R&B. I want to start a group. We need to start a group. So I'm like, whatever you say, I'm down for. He's like, man, we need to start a group and call it the Rude Boys. I was like, well, let's do it. So it was me and Buddy, my best friend Mark, and a guy named Jeff Rozier, we call him Blackie. We started off, we got it started, but we never really got off the ground. We went in Jeff's studio and recorded some songs or whatever. But then soon we formed a band, and that's how we pulled Melvin in and Bingo in. So it started with me and Buddy. So from there we started gigging in different places, Native Son, all through Cleveland, different places. We did some Battle of the Bands here, the Mad Hatter down in Akron. We did that, and then from there, that's what we was doing. And so I started hanging out with Eric Nolan Grant from the OJs. At the time, he was, just really singing background for Dennis Edwards and the Temptations. So I clung to him because I had never been around somebody that sung with stars.
Right.
So he became my big brother, and we hang out. And them was some really tough times, man. I had left home early. I kind of left home like right before I turned 17 when I was in high school. So I lived with a guy that took me up under his wing named Levi Massey. And I stayed with him in the basement of this lady named Miss Willa House. And that's when I met Binky. Binky put me up under his wing. I wasn't even supposed to be in clubs, but he would take me to the gong shows.
Right.
And subject me and put me in that, and we go, and a lot of people from all these different groups, Tony Taylor and Leroy Simmons, and a lot of these singers. I was around a bunch of adults, so I was like, whoa, this is something on another level. So meanwhile, with the Rude Boys, we kept gigging. So Binky took me up to the Reason Why that was owned by Ron Bolton and his wife Kuja, which Evelyn Wright was the singer up there with Skip Gibson and them, and they played. And Binky introduced me to Ron Bolton. And Ron Bolton, he was like, man, whenever you see my little brother, just let him through the back, because Ron used to stand at the back door. So I would come. So I would come back to the Rude Boys, to Buddy, and was like, hey, man, we need to go up to the Reason Why. It be shaking, man. They be singing. We can go up there and sing with Evelyn. She let me come up here and sing with her. So he came that night, and we sung a song called Everything Must Change that night. And on the steps, I seen Gerald Levert. And he had on like a damaged or used jean outfit with snakeskin boots, red snakeskin boots. I was like, this is Gerald Levert. Well, I'm like, hey y'all, we got Gerald Levert in here. Gerald, why don't you come up and sing with us? I don't know, just something told me to do it.
Yeah.
So Gerald looked like, and he came up and we started singing, ad-libbing. And after he's like, man, y'all boys can blow. He said, y'all niggas can blow. He was like, man, I want y'all to meet me tomorrow at the house. I want to further, hear y'all or whatever. I'm like, all right. So that night I couldn't go to sleep, because at that time, Levert, I once met Gerald with Binky up in South Park, where they used to live in Shaker.
I knew Gerald.
And so this is my second time seeing him. And so, but he didn't remember me. So the next day we came up to the house, came in the door, went up the stairs, went to the right, and in the room was Eddie Levert. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh.
It was his house.
No, it was Gerald.
Oh,
it was his old house, but he wasn't staying there. It was just Gerald, his mother, and Sean.
Okay.
So I'm like, dang, Eddie here. Came, we auditioned. Gerald was like, Pops, what you think? He's like, yeah, all right. He's like, oh, I'm going to work with him. And so we started working, man, and Gerald took us on. And the rest is history. But prior to, I was in the streets hustling. And so prior to us, we got signed, prior to us getting ready to come out and finish up the album, I caught a case and I had to go to the penitentiary for a minute. I had to go do a small amount of time in Mansfield and Pickaway Penitentiary, but the deal was still there. Gerald held on. He believed in me. My lawyer, Mr. Jerry Craig, my pastor, Reverend A. and Gerald and all them came together with my mom, and they got me out early. I got a chance to get out after doing like about 5-6 months.
Yeah, like a shot probation. I don't know shot. Super shot.
Super shot probation.
Oh, I know what it is.
My judge name was Jose Villanueva. He was a brand new judge.
I know Villanueva.
And he gave me a shot too. Man. He believed in me. And the rest is history. We came out the Rude Boys, came out in 1990, put a song out called Come On, Let's Do This. It did pretty good, but the label was shaky with us. They was like, oh, man, what's the next single? And so we was like written all over your face. Sylvia Rome, she was the president. She was like, I don't know. Like, we like, man, this is a no-brainer, because we did in the studio, and it was magic. They put it out.
Straight to the top.
Gone,
Straight
bro.
to the top.
One of the greatest R&B songs of all time, still.
Because I can remember, man, I went down south, right? And like I said, I grew up with Melvin. Melvin was a personal friend of mine from childhood.
Right.
And so when I got to Selma, Alabama, man, with my cousins, man, and I was a grown man, but I would go down there. I've been going down to Selma since I was a kid. And as soon as I get out of the car, the first thing my cousins asked me, "But did I know the Rude Boys?"
Wow.
I ain't lying, man.
That's fire.
Way down in Selma, Alabama. "Cuz you know the Rude Boys. You know them Rude Boys out of Cleveland?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I know at least one of them."
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Oh, man, it laid them out that I knew somebody from the Rude Boys, man.
Yeah, man.
Because you guys blew up quick.
Yeah, man. It took off. And then after that, we went #1. We had another song that I wrote called "Are You Lonely for Me," which went #1. So we had two #1 songs on the first album, and we won Billboard R&B Song of the Year in '91. Which, as a kid, I always told everybody, man, listen, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna have awards, and I'm gonna just be famous. And it all came into fruition. Because I believe, Rick, it was inside. And what I try to tell artists and different people, not in just the things that
man, I know exactly what you're talking about, music. Joe. I'm living it right now.
Inside, I know you are. When you feel something inside, go for it. Because that's your intuitions and your instincts guiding you. That's the guide that the Creator has given us to go and not be followers, but to follow the within.
That's right. That's
what I teach my students with my workforce development and my life skills coaching and motivation, that we are embedded with everything that we need. Everything that we need, Rick.
That's right.
Is within us. And I know you're a true.
You know what, Joe? I found out I could bring people together. This is about my second or third time talking about this on the podcast. But back in the 80s, man, I hosted my first what's called the cabaret parties at the Club Center, 1989, man.
Club Center, wow. I performed there before.
And I was a street hustler, from down in the projects. Right. I ain't no shame in my game. I was a street hustler from down in the projects. So I started putting these cabaret parties together, man. And I put my picture on my flyers, paper flyers, but some of those flyers are still hanging in stores,
I was about to say, man. Do you still have some? Do you got copies of
Yeah, I got copies of a lot of that stuff, man. And people just start coming and coming. And then around 1996, I hosted what's called the first Down the Way Reunion Cabaret at 103rd, man. 103rd and 112th. What was that?
And what?
Union. This spot up there, man.
I know you're talking about.
Where the Masons used to go up there, man.
And
El Hassel. And it was pitch black in there, man. It was always darker, but I filled that place up. I did so. I sold tickets twice. I sent my brother outside to resell tickets. There was so many people out there. People that grew up in the projects in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Wow.
And then after that, I started hosting that same event down in the projects behind Lonnie Burton Rec, man.
Wow.
And I would have 2,500 people down there that came from all over the United States back to the projects.
So what made you do this? Look, I'm interviewing you now. What made you do this? Because I got my own podcast too, so I might as well get you while I got you on yours. So what made you do it, man?
Well, I figured out that I had a knack. And anything God gives you, when you have a knack for something and you do it well, that's a God-given talent. You know what I'm saying? And I figured it out that I had a knack for bringing people together, man.
You had a knack for dressing too.
Yeah,
I almost came here. I thought I was going to have to G up. Because, whenever Rick Moe in the building, it's nothing but style and fashion. So I was like, I'm going to take a chance and just wear what
well, you did great because this is the way I dress on the podcast.
To do it just regular.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that you ain't get too fly. Because I get fly too, so I ain't.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I ain't one of you know.
You one of them Shaw High School boys.
You already know.
Y'all got a little fly. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Y'all can hand dance a little bit.
Yeah, not me though. I suck. Look, they be laughing at me because I don't know how to hand dance, man.
Yeah, but
I gotta learn.
Yeah,
it ain't too late.
Well, it's ballroom dancing now and stepping.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'll be at all the ballroom events. Nope, I don't do none of it. I'll promote. I'll be there passing out my flyers.
I know that. I seen you.
That's when every time you see me, I got a stack of flyers in my hand.
You do.
I'll be busy, man. But yeah, I started hosting that event, man. Out in behind Lonnie Burton Rec, which is formerly POC, where I grew up at, where I learned how to box it. I won the Golden
We
Gloves.
used to box against.
I won the Golden Gloves in 1980.
I won. Me too. I won some.
You who was the
Johnny Duncan?
Duncan.
Dunk was my
so
coach.
You know my little dudes, Swine, the Swine brothers,
Alan and Clarence.
Alan knocked me down once.
So you know Sappho.
Yeah, I knew Sappho.
Yeah, so you guys come from there.
Yeah. Well, me and the Swine brothers played football together also for the Bulldogs. We played for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But I knocked Alan Swine down and fight. He knocked me down. He won the fight. And I didn't think Alan was going to win.
So you was boxing when I boxed?
I started boxing when I was 7 years old.
Yeah, so I was 9. So you was still So I just seen you boxing tournaments.
Yeah, I won the gloves. I won the gloves in 1980.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was boxing.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, real good stuff.
We've been connected in the way.
Exactly.
Good
exactly.
Stuff,
but that's what happened for me, man. God just gave it to me, man, and I still host events. We're doing this podcast at the American Creation Lodge where I host all my events at.
A beautiful place. Now, you just gave me a tour.
No.
Beautiful.
And you, like we talked about, I'm crossing over.
It's time to get it. It's time to get it, baby.
Let's get back to the interview, man. We got to get back to the interview.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? But we can talk all day.
Because we natural.
Yeah, we can talk all day, man. But check this out. So when y'all did the Rude Boy thing, y'all took off. Then y'all traveled across the United States and beyond. Right. So how was that? How was it on the road, man?
Surreal, man. I mean, just my first taste of being on a tour bus with beds and just traveling across the country, getting to see all these cities that I used to see, like basketball teams and football teams be playing at. And I'm just like, oh man, we going here. Oh, this is where the whatchamacallit team is. This how I'm looking at it, because as a kid, I traveled a little bit with my boxing team a lot.
Yeah, I know about that too.
Now I'm seeing these cities, like when I see the Browns or the Cavs play or the Indians play, this is where they from. So I'm just connecting with sports because I'm a sports buff. So when we in these cities, I'm like, oh, this is where the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Royals. I know all the teams. I'm like, this is where it be. And then I get to people, I'm like, this how I look.
Just like everywhere else.
I thought everything was the big city.
Yeah, it's just like everywhere else, right?
But when I went to New York, I was blown away.
Right, because that's the fast-paced town. It just everything happened.
Man, it was crazy. But it was amazing, Rick. Like, man, just to be able to travel and still travel across the country and travel. I've been overseas so many places, man, I can't even name. But it's been amazing, man.
That's great, man. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad for you, man.
Thank you.
You know, we finna roll. Now I'm gonna get to this. We gonna get past this Rude Boy thing, and this is a question, man. It's kind of hard for me to even ask. But what happened with the Rude Boys? Why did it stop? What you know?
Well, the Rude Boys haven't stopped.
Well, I understand
right now, but as the Rude Boys, it's in the book, written all over your face. I'm doing from autobiography. I'm not going to tell you.
Ain't got to tell too much.
But there was some different personal reasons between a couple people in the group, not me. But just some things happen, man. When you're in a group, things happen. And when you're dealing with multiple people, things can go left. And so things went left, man.
Yeah.
You know, we had one brother struggling with addiction.
Right.
We got another brother struggling in another way with some things that went down.
Right.
And it was beyond my control. So it stopped. Atlantic Records dropped the group after the second album, Rude House. First album was Rude Awakening. Second album, Rude House, came out in 92. And so after that, they was just like, they let us go. And I remained with Gerald, signed with him. And I did a solo album on Atlantic called Putting It Down. And so the Rude Boys basically was over. But we came back after a while when Gerald passed away in 2006. November 10th, 2006, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, me either.
One of the worst days of my life because Gerald was my mentor. He was my big brother. His birthday, July 13th, mine, July 14th. We used to have our birthday parties together, all kind of stuff. And so we had big plans, man, big dreams. But, you know, his time came. So we came together after that. By that time, Buddy was kind of sick.
Yeah.
And so he performed a couple shows and he left. We filled it in with me, Melvin, Dwight Thompson, Russell Thompson's brother, and we did our thing. And then kind of, some other things happened. It's crazy. And so the group broke down again. I eventually had opened up a coffee shop, which I know you're gonna get to, but I could parlay it in here. Urbane Joe, I opened up in 2010 and started working with that and putting it in on St. Clair 147.
Exactly.
Right down the street from Kim's Wings. A young lady named Pam Hagler.
I know the Hagler sisters.
Put me on, all them. I know so we like family. We did that. So during this time, I was doing the Rude Boys, but some things happened, and so I ain't gonna go into that neither because that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But I moved to Atlanta, and I regrouped the group with G. LeBeau and Kenny Miles, and we've been together for 14 years doing the Rude Boys, the three of us. And so just keeping the Rude Boys name alive, keeping it going, waving the banner for Gerald, and just doing that. And so I'm doing that, and I'm doing another situation. I don't know if you want me to go into it.
Don't go into it yet. We gonna get to it
though.
Got
another situation, but the Rude Boys still going.
So, didn't Cruz sing with you guys for a little while?
Robert Cruz, he sang with us for a couple shows.
Okay.
Robert Cruz used to sing background for me during my solo days. He sang background for me a few shows, and then when Buddy got sick, and Dwight went to go sing with Mark Gordon and Sean Levert, I put Cruz in the group.
Okay.
And we did a few shows together.
Okay.
And then that's basically
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean, he sung. Well, the original Rude Boys is Larry Marcus, Buddy Banks, Melvin Cephas, and myself.
Right.
On the albums, on the records, on the Rude Boys. After that, doing shows, Cruz did a few shows with us.
Right.
And Dwight Thompson did some shows. Also, Dwight Thompson was in on a Rude Boy album that was put out without me. So he was part of the Rude Boys. And Dwight Thompson originally was supposed to sign with the Rude Boys in the beginning, but some things happened where it didn't work out. So it was just us four, who was the original group that we did shows in Cleveland and did the Chitlin circuit.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what that is.
Okay, so now, but you've totally expanded upon other interests since then. Before we get to my next question, though, I want to know about this other interest. I just saw you guys a couple weeks ago with the Levert Experience.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me something about that, man.
Levert Experience is something that came together last year, actually. Each member from a group that was with Treble Productions, which was Gerald's production company, was supposed to go on the Tom Joyner cruise to represent and do a tribute for Gerald and Sean.
Okay.
But it ended up that we finally got booked after a couple of times. We were supposed to book. COVID came and messed up one of the bookings, so it came back, spent the block on us, and it was just like, all right, well, we'll just take Dave from Men at Large, Mark from Levert, and Joe Little from the Rude Boys, the original members. So with that being said, a guy named Al Nolan, who manages us, and A.B. Walker, who's Gerald's cousin, who know real good, was just like, man, we should do a group and call it the Levert Experience. I'm like, sounds good. So don't forget, I got my own group now. I said, as long as it don't step on the toes of the Rude Boys, I'm cool with it. And so our first time performing together was on the Tom Joyner cruise last year, April. After that, Rude Boys can't even stop it.
Yeah.
It's like we've been gigging.
Yeah.
And I think like when we came to Cleveland the other week, it was probably like our 40th show in a year.
And see, I didn't even know that.
Because we've been all around the country. So we ain't been in Cleveland. We've been touring the country. So it's just been an amazing ride, man. And anything that got to do with Gerald, the reasoning for the world knowing me, I'm about that life.
Yeah, and Gerald was a personal friend of mine also. That was my dude, man.
Good. He was a great dude, wasn't he?
That was my cat. We got pictures together, man. We hung out when my buddy died. Tracy died in a car accident.
Tracy Burton?
Tracy Burton was my cat, man. Man, me and Tracy was all right. Me and Tracy was all right. Nobody knew it.
Man, that dude had $1 million
I
smile. I love him, bro.
I
And he could sing.
sang his tail off,
Sang with
man.
Tony Taylor and all them.
So that's how I got hooked up with Gerald.
Wow.
And like I said, I was a street hustler, so I didn't run around them like that.
Yeah.
But they knew me, and we would kick it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah, me and Gerald, man, we became pretty good friends, man.
Good,
Sean
man.
also.
It's good.
We became pretty good friends, man.
Good.
You know.
So yeah, man, Levert Experiences.
And
we doing well, and we on our way to do the
I'm-
Time Journey Cruise again, Soul Train Cruise.
I plan on talking to you guys, talking to Levert Experience about coming to perform right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next year.
Let's get it.
You know, seriously, I plan on putting that together because the show I saw was all right. I loved it.
Yes, it was good.
I loved it. And when I was sitting there listening, I'm like, I need them guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I need those guys, man. But that's gonna happen. We're gonna get past that. I don't want to talk too much about that.
Let's get it.
You know. But okay, tell us something about the coffee business, man. You know, you started this coffee business. Now I know you hooked up with Pam, opened the coffee shop. I used to come up there with Terrell.
It's my cousin.
Yeah, man,
that's who started.
That's my cat.
He's part owner of
me and Terrell is all right, man.
It's Will Howard.
You know,
so we started Urban and Joe Coffee in 2009, but we didn't get it going up until we got a shop, and we really did it for Urban Joe Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Started for
that
cafe,
was the name of it, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Terrell. It's like, man, we need to, you know, I'm like, I got a name for myself. You got all these different entertainers. They got their own businesses, and, you know, branding and different things. We need our own coffee. So we came up with Urban Joe Coffee. We started off dealing with Phoenix Coffee here in Cleveland locally as a roaster and doing custom bagging for us. And then we started doing it in another way. We came back and just started and branded it. We got the K-Cups. We got it. It's going importing and exporting coffee from all around the world. The best premium coffee that you can get. First, African-American or Black-owned coffee brand independently, you know, and we franchised it. We did a coffee shop over there with Pam and them on St. Clair, 147th. I've done one up in East Cleveland across from my old school, Shaw High School at the old Mirror. Mirror used to be.
Right.
We did one up on Larchmere also.
Okay.
So we've had 3 different locations in our time. But like at this point, we don't want no more locations. We want to
still
do the
import
mobile,
and exporting coffee
online.
Okay.
UrbanJoe.coffee. Go on there.
There
we got King's Choice. We got Black Diamond. We got King's Choice, and we got Gold. I can't forget. We got a gold coffee. And they're great. We got a new K-Cup coffee, Dynasty, which is a medium dark roast. And we got it going, man.
And I'm glad that's taking off for you guys too, man.
Hoodies, shirts.
Yeah.
It's doing good. UrbanJoe.coffee.
UrbanJoe.coffee. Y'all remember that out there.
And so you know Terrell from down the way.
Yeah, I remember Terrell was a youngster, man.
I love Terrell. Terrell has like one of the key figures in my life that has gotten me to where I'm at right now.
Man,
very intelligent.
You make sure you tell him, man, that I said hello. That's another personal friend of mine.
I will.
And he know the other side of Rick Moe.
Yeah, he do.
You know
the other side of him.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
man.
My cousin. I love him.
Okay, that's all right. So, you started writing your autobiography, though.
Written all over your face.
But you put it aside on the back burner. Why? You put it aside for a minute.
Because, man, at the time I was doing it, I was a caregiver for my mom.
I know about
she was
that.
She was a key figure in the book. And my best friend, Mark Jenkins, a key figure in the book. And so they both passed away back to back.
Yeah.
And so I had to restructure and go back and, you know, change the book up some because I want the book to be current. You know, it starts back from my childhood and it would be up until now.
Right.
Now. So you hear about the Levert experience in it and the different things, but I'm bringing a close to it. So it'll be closed out within the next couple months and it will be released next year because I have another book that I'm going to put out first called, is a self-development, self-help book called Being Your Own MVP. finding balance and unlocking the greatness from within. Because in life, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
My main key thing in life is seeing other people do well, touching lives, and helping them just understand themselves better. And we all are a work from from the cradle, work in progress from the cradle to the grave. But we should always be willing and open to grow. And so what I teach a lot of these men and women coming home from the penitentiary is self-development, how to get out and get a job. I get job placements, and I just want to motivate my people and be a pillar in my community.
Man, you're a
and
man
so
after my own
with
heart.
the coffee,
Yeah.
and with the books, I want to inspire people. But written all over your face, will be coming out next year. Being your own MVP has superseded it. It's gonna come out first because this is where the spirit, my intuitions and instincts are pushing me to do. And I'm a guy that moves by vibrations, intuitions, and instincts. And I teach my students that's how everybody's supposed to operate, because that's God.
That's the God. That's the way I operate, Joe.
That's the God within us.
That's right.
We are hardwired with that internal GPS.
That's right.
Which is the God positioning system. That's what I call it. God's positioning system.
And I like the name of the book, that particular book.
Yeah.
Being your own MVP. Because I am my own MVP,
know it, bro.
man.
Everybody got to learn to be. Listen, and I tell people this, and this is the part of the interview that I really want people to understand, because I can impress you with all my singing and the awards and the money that's been made and the traveling, but if I can't impact you, what good is that? I'm here to impress you, but to impact you. I want to draw you in, but then you're gonna get what the real is. And so that's my thing, and that's what it's about, Rick. Touching lives, bro.
And you know something, Joe? I'm just like you in that aspect. But the more lives we touch and the more we try to help people, or just bring, like me, I try to bring people together to enjoy themselves and have fun, this, that, and the other. The more people, and I'm sure you've experienced this also, the haterism, what it's called. Man, but I embrace it, man. We have to embrace that.
You have to, because let me tell you about haterism. Haters, they hurt.
Yeah,
they hurting inside.
They are.
When you hating on people, especially for nothing, or just I don't like him. Why you don't like him? Because most people don't like you and don't even know you.
That's right.
They'll just look at you. They don't like your vibe, your swag, your aura, and it's something wrong that they're insecure within themselves. So I always tell you, we have to show love to the haters, man. You got to pray for them, wish them well, wish them positive energy, and not even address them. Just give them positive energy.
Right.
Because I know plenty of people that came to me, and I know they don't like me, but I show them love anyway.
And I do too.
I'm gonna show love every day, all day. I'm gonna look at them and smile, like, "What's up, man? What's up, my brother? Hey, my sister." And you ain't gotta like me, but you ain't gonna make me. And it's a thing that I say: don't let them change you.
Right.
If a person's being said, don't let them make you be.
Because that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they want. That's the game plan.
Don't let them change you. If you just love a person, you giver, and you doing this, then hey, because I'm a giver, man. And when you are giving and you are serving, there's no pressure. You just give, man.
A friend of mine told me about a year or so ago, he said, Rick, I know you experienced the hate, man. He said, but look at it like this. Hating is just another form of flattery, man. He say,
especially when you know what you know. Especially when you know what you know, and you're doing you, and you know your intentions are good.
Right.
Now, if you got a lot of people hating you or hating on you, and you know you bad and you ain't got good intentions, you deserve it.
Right.
When you good, when you doing and you positive, you deserve it too.
And you because just it's being supposed to. I'm being me.
That's and like man, whatever come with me is your cup.
Right.
It's your cup. And you have to deal with it. We are here in lives, and we're going to get challenges, but they're here to make us stronger, not tear us down.
There you go.
We're supposed to take those moments and build.
And I appreciate them.
Got to.
And you know what? They put that hate out there, but they still show up at our events.
Yeah.
They still show up. They be right there.
Sometimes they want to be us. Bro.
Yeah, they be right there, man.
Hey.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Dudes I'm saying sitting in the crowd mad because they girl that made them come. They girl want to see us. The dude just got to do it's whatever the lady prefer. Exactly. I tell people that all day, man.
Yeah.
Whatever your lady prefer, you better ride with
and
it.
It's I get a lot of hate on Facebook because of the way I dress, me and my friends. And those guys, I go to their page and I look at them. I say, okay, that's why you hate me.
Right.
Because your woman and said those guys are sharp, right? And that's why you sit in this hating vibe, you know.
Man.
But when it's your own people, your own friends, people that you know personally, you know. I used to let it bother me, but I don't anymore. I've been brushed it. I brushed it.
It's fuel.
Yeah.
It made me go. It made me stunt even harder. I'm gonna stunt even harder.
Right. Because they, you know, I've partnered up with these people at the American Creation Lodge. There's a lot of people that
so, man, this amazing, beautiful spot, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if y'all seeing this, you hear the sound of my voice. Whenever this man gets something out here, come. It's a beautiful spot. And he give a hell of a party anyway. His events always is lit.
That's what they tell me.
It's lit. It's lit. That's what I hear. I ain't been to one yet.
Yeah, well,
but it's lit.
Well, you're gonna be on stage around here.
We coming with it.
Yeah, we gonna do this. But okay, tell us something about the children's book, man. You've written a children's book.
Yeah, Joey wants to sing.
So it's about you singing as a little kid,
wants
right?
To sing as a book inspired by my mom because she was a key figure in my life of helping me hone my craft. And Felicia McDonald is the illustrator, the AI illustrator. She put it together, and that's my partner. We do our thing together with what we do, and she put it together, man. She came to me one day and she said, "I'm working on it. Is Joy want to sing? I know your story."
So she knew your story already, and she started putting it together.
Yeah, right. So she wanted the pictures to me. I'm like, wow, with the boy with the mic, and she had started doing the animation for it already. I'm like, whoa. And we dived into it, built the story, built the page by page. We put it together, and man, it's an amazing book. And so we've been traveling, and I've been traveling, touring to different schools, daycares, libraries. We just recently had 250 kids at East Cleveland schools from Caledonia, Mayfair, and Prospect, I believe. And they came, filled up the auditorium because East Cleveland Library got a beautiful setup.
Right, I know it. Yeah.
And you know, the Board of Education bought 300 books for the kids, and you know, I gave them out, signed them for free. I got a video up now about it. Amazing, man. So Joy Wants to Sing will forever be a currency that keeps feeding into the children. And so we working on some other follow-up books. Joey Can Read, different Joey travels, Joey, all kind of different Joey sequence books. And now we have the coloring book out. Okay. The Joey coloring book, which has the ABCs in it. And it has 1 to 10, numbers 1 to 10 for the kids to color. Right. So it's up on Amazon. You just pull up Joey Wants to Sing by Jolo III, or the coloring book, the Joey coloring book by Felicia McDonald, because she really did real good with it. And it's there, man. So support. Man. It's for the children. Get it for your son, your daughter, your nieces, your little cousins, little kids, man, because it's a very inspirational story.
I really appreciate the fact that you give back. You go back to your community.
Yep.
You know, and give back, man. And that's what everybody should do. That's successful, that's made it across.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They should always come back and then teach the youngsters that, you know, if you end up successful, come back to your community.
Absolutely.
You know, and give something back. I go down in the projects, man, and I give back. I do some things down there. You know, even at my old high school, East Tech, you know, it's a lot of people down there that they don't have money to pay for prom gear. Their parents can't afford a lot of stuff. And I go right down there and I help them, man.
Good stuff.
You know, I help them.
Good, man.
I'm not like Joe Little III, but I do the best I can.
Man, listen, man.
You know,
Rick Mo, I've been hearing about you for years, man. You got a good name in the city. You're a sharp guy, fly brother. So I've been watching you from a distance for a while. And so I finally got to get to meet you.
Right.
You know,
Right.
get to meet you, man. And just been around you lately a lot more. And just your energy, your spirit is amazing, bro. That's what it is, and that's what it's all about. You keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. And
then some.
Yeah. It ain't gonna stop.
Your moment is gonna be even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna
great
stop,
things
man.
to come for you.
I appreciate that,
no
man.
doubt, no, that's real.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I'm here with you.
Yeah.
And I see it in your videos, promotion, even helping your other people at the spot promote their spot. What's the name
Club
of it?
Jazzies.
Club Jazzies, which I got a chance to finally make it. And you know, you out here waving the banner, not just for yourself, but others. You know, because I know that's part of your crowd. That's your people.
Right.
And you out here waving the banner. It's not just about Rick Mo. It's about other people that you show love to. And with this podcast, same thing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you, man.
It's a pleasure to meet you because I've been wanting to meet you. I've been hearing good things about you always.
Yeah, we've met before.
So I ain't even heard, but I
just didn't remember me.
I just don't remember you, but I ain't never heard nobody hate on you.
Yeah.
So
you
know,
I have.
I know you will. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've heard nothing but good from you.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate the people that support me, man. Just like you appreciate the people that support you.
For sure.
You know, because we couldn't do nothing without the support of everybody else, man.
Nope.
Nothing would happen.
Nope.
If I didn't have the support of you guys out there, if Joe didn't have the support of you guys out there, nothing would happen, man.
Nope.
You know, and I'm loving every bit of it, and I'm gonna keep on going.
It's your best time in life.
That's right. I'm gonna keep on going, man.
Yes,
you know, so I like to dive back into this stuff because I can go.
Let's get it.
I can go, man. Yeah. Do you feel that you could have made some changes in your musical career? If so, what would they be? If you felt like you could make some changes, what would they be?
There was a time when I was rolling because I didn't wrote and produce for so many people, but I fell off. I gained a gambling problem, started gambling, and started losing sight of what this was all about. The kid, I lost the kid, Joe. And see, sometimes when you always got to keep that burning desire in you, what made you do what you wanted to do.
Right.
And so I lost little Joey. The inner child is what helped you always stay on course because of the innocence that you have, and it's the organic feeling of why you want to be who you want to be when you grow up. And I lost it. I got up out here and just got caught up into into the life of it. Slacked up, started gambling, wanted to be back in the streets, hanging with some people, and lost focus. And so it hurt me for a minute, and so, but I got back on my horse and got back going. And life is great, man. I mean, this is the greatest. Like, I've had great moments in life with the Grammy Awards, Billboard Awards, and number hit songs. But this is the greatest time in my life because I know who I am. I know what I'm seeking and I know how to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that and you connected yourself to yourself and you're still willing and open to grow, life opens up for you. So I would make those changes, but I wouldn't. Because at this point, I wouldn't be the person who I am.
That's right.
So you got to go with no regrets. Just take these L's and make them into wins, and take these lessons and make it a blessing. And so that's where I'm at with it now, man.
You know something, Joe? God himself will send us through some things. To bring us back to where we're supposed to be.
Sometimes we put ourselves through things too.
Yeah, well, he would allow us. God is what he allows us to go through those things. He said, well, I'm going to let him go on and do this. But he's going to learn something from it.
Better know
See,
it.
I've been there too.
I know.
And I bounced back. I've been in and out of I'm in recovery, man.
Yeah, always though.
And I was in recovery before, and I fell off after 17 years. You know what I'm saying? Fell off, but when I was in recovery before, I didn't stand for the right thing when I was in recovery. I was still living that lifestyle. I was still in that other side of life that I used to live. I was just a dry, sober guy. You know what I'm saying? And I fell off after 17 years because, I had to go through something.
Now, how long you been back?
I've been back almost 18 years now.
Damn.
17 years again.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
And you know, and it's all because of God's grace and His mercy, man.
That's it, man.
You know,
and you realize,
and that's what I attribute it to. Right.
It's the greatest
right,
time in your life.
Right. Yeah, it is. It is, man. That's what I attribute it to. You know, what you working on now? Oh, you working on the Levert Experience right now.
Levert Experience is jumping. The new book, MVP. Being your own MVP, finding balance and unlocking the greatness within. The Written All Over Your Face autobiography. Working on the Joey sequences.
Right.
You know,
right,
sequels.
Right.
To go with the children's book. And that's it, man.
Well,
and serving my community.
Right.
Always doing
Right.
that.
Right.
Always doing that.
And you know what? I want to help you do that too. We need to get
Let's
together,
get it.
man.
Yeah.
And talk about doing some things in the community outside of all this stuff,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all for the community, mine and yours. I'm all for Cleveland. Period.
That's it, baby.
Anywhere I can help, man.
Yeah.
You know, period. Anywhere I can help. You know. So I don't even got to ask you what the future hold for you because you just told us. You know, unless you want to expound on it a little more.
Listen, as long as God allows me to wake up and breathe and create memories each day, further and further greatness is there. Greater things, man, just to touch lives. That's my main purpose in life. My main purpose in life is to touch others, and that gives me the integrity to stay on track.
Yeah,
you know, because I can't be teaching and telling people to do certain things and I'm not doing it.
Right.
You know, I'm not like some others that can preach, and they ain't doing it. Me, everything that I teach, I live by. Is real. So, as long as I keep it real with myself and keep it real with the Creator, life is going to be amazing, and we'll be living our greatest life. You know?
Exactly.
So you keep doing the same.
Oh
thing
yeah.
Too.
I don't have another choice.
You doing your thing, bro. And thank you for having me, man.
No, I appreciate you for being here.
It's a pleasure. I do
man.
podcasts. I got my own podcast, A1 Conversations. So y'all can go on the platforms on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, A1, A, the letter, number 1, Conversations. Because every time we talk is A1 Conversations.
Exactly.
You know? And so that's what it is. So I got that going. The coffee, Rude Boys, the Levert Experience. I mean, the books, man. What more can I ask for?
Yeah.
Beautiful life.
Man, I've enjoyed this conversation,
Thank
man.
you, sir. That's what it's been.
Yeah.
Conversation.
It's been a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this is. That's what Positive Street Talk is all about.
Yeah.
People always ask me, well, what's your topic? There is no topic. It's all about positive street talk. You know, it's always talking about something positive. From entertainment to I had a guy on the show that met his son after 45 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Hadn't seen his son in 45 years, man. And I brought him on to talk about that.
Let's go.
Anything positive, man. You know, and if you guys out there got something positive that you know, that you want to talk about, you know how to get in touch with me. Get in touch with me through Facebook, DM me, okay? DM me, send me a number so I could call you and we could talk about these things, man. And I wanted to talk to anybody, man. But if it's real, man, I want to have you on the show, you know. All the Cleveland entertainers, you know, I really want y'all on the show because I want y'all to see what I'm trying to do also.
That's right.
You know. And
come support, show up.
Man, you know.
Make sure you talking about some real stuff, man.
Right. Make sure you're talking about some real stuff, man. Look, Joe, again, it's been a pleasure having you. And you got to come back on the show again.
Absolutely.
You know, after you get that book, we're gonna
come back. Yeah,
you come back.
We're gonna spend
we
the
can promote that book.
Yes.
Promote all the books. You can always come back, man. We can talk about that stuff.
Thank you.
You know, and thanks for the interview too, because you interviewed me a little bit too.
Of course. I always do that wherever I go, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes it go, you know, because it ain't all about me. I want people to know about you too.
Yeah, and I appreciate
a little bit
I
here and there.
You know? Yeah.
Because you got gems to drop.
My man.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rick Moe with Positive Street Talk, along with my friend Joe Little III.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Continue to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yeah.
Signing off.